Hello to everyone and welcome to the comparison of two keyboards I bought for my iPad Pro 2018. My sister was so kind to lend me her iPad Pro 2020. The Logitech Slim Folio Pro costs about $90 to $130 and Apple charges about $400 for the Apple Magic Keyboard. If the Apple keyboard makes more sense than the Logitech keyboard and where the advantages and disadvantages are, we will find out in this video. If you want to support me, make sure to purchase any of the products shown in this video using the links from the video description below. I kept all the fingerprints on purpose to show you how many there will be using the one keyboard instead of the other one. Both keyboards have a USB-C connection. This means that neither the Apple nor the Logitech keyboard draws down power from your iPad. In practical, both keyboards have a runtime of about 1 month until you have to charge them. Simply use the wall adapter from your iPad. Unfortunately, the USB-C port of the keyboards can only be used for charging. That means if you think that you can use an additional USB-C port, for example to connect a SSD, you will be disappointed. I recommend such a USB-C hub. Of course, you can find it in the video description below, and on my channel I already made a video about it. The iPad is connected to the Apple Magic Keyboard via these 3 pins, and the Logitech Slim Folio Pro via Bluetooth. When unpacking these keyboards, you will notice that they are not that light with 700 grams each, at least if we're speaking about the 12.9-inch version. With a purchase price of just under $400, you almost have to think about carrying your iPad around with you in an extra case to protect the keyboard, which is supposed to protect the iPad. I mean, it makes up a third of the purchase price of your iPad. Whereas Logitech protects my iPad since November 2019. On all travels, in my suitcase, in my backpack or anywhere else. The big advantage is its bumper. All edges are protected with rubber if you accidentally hit a wall. Apple trusts the caution of the customers and leaves all edges unprotected. Simply place the Logitech keyboard in the lower frame and press it into the bumper at the top. The Apple Magic Keyboard makes it much more elegant. Align it to the camera recess and the iPad holds magnetically to the Magic Keyboard. You can use your old iPad Pro 2018 with the new Apple keyboard without any problems. You just need the latest iOS version, otherwise you won't get any reaction. Speaking about protection and price-performance ratio, the point clearly goes to Logitech. I find the typing experience with the Logitech much more pleasant than with Apple's Smartkeyboard, which, by the way, has no function keys and cost almost $200. Now back to these beauties here. The keys are a bit higher on the Logitech keyboard than on Apple's, which also makes the keystrokes a bit louder. So the Apple Magic Keyboard feels a little bit more valuable in typing feel and is also a little bit quieter. If you look closely, you will quickly notice that the function keys are missing on the $400 keyboard. No further, no back, no pause, no volume keys, despite the free space above the numbers. The Logitech offers all of them, also 2 levels of keylight backlighting. I really miss the function keys using Apple's Magic Keyboard. It makes life much more easy. Now to the absolute plus point of Apple's Magic Keyboard, the Trackpad. Simply amazing. No more annoying fingerprints on your iPad, simply wipe back and forth between individual apps and the pointer speed can be adjusted. In addition, the iPad still floats 1 inch above the keyboard and that refines your working life a little more. After using the Logitech Slim Folio Pro for 11 months, there has been only one thing which was bothering me, and that was the angle. Granted, when the iPad is on the table, the angle is just perfect and I never had any problems. As soon as you're lying in your bed and you want to watch a movie on YouTube, Netflix, Amazon or Apple TV with your iPad, you have to put a pillow or a book behind your iPad so that the iPad doesn't look toward the sky. I would have enjoyed to have a second angle there. Also, the keyboard only works on this level. In terms of productivity, display, cleanliness, the point goes to Apple. For the missing function keys, however, there is a point deduction. If you have an Apple Pencil, it is located on the edge of the iPad and held by a magnet. Both iPads, whether the 2018 or 2020 version, serve the purpose in this respect. The Apple Pencil sticks to the top. The Logitech Slim Folio Pro protects the Apple Pencil from sliding south or north and when transported with this flap here. And what about the Apple Magic Keyboard? Unfortunately, no protection. Best you use an extra bag for transport. Point to the Logitech keyboard. Time for conclusion. So after I put my iPad from the Magic Keyboard back into the Logitech keyboard, my thumbs intuitively wanted to use the trackpad. You can miss it quite fast, but for $400 the demands are a bit different. If money does not play a role in your life, then take the Apple Magic Keyboard. If you have to watch out and you want a bit more protection for your iPad, then take the Logitech version. The missing function keys, the lack of protection at the edges, the missing flap to protect the Apple Pencil, and the purchase price are finally too many arguments against Apple. So I go without the trackpad, the different angles, and the 1-inch for the floating iPad, pay much less, have more protection and have to use my fingers to work over the screen. So basically I do what I have been doing the whole time. What do you think about the one or the other keyboard? I'm very curious about your feedback. There's a lot of space under this video. Remember to follow me on Telegram as well. Here you will get all the information of what's next with sample files. Feel free to buy any of these keyboards from the links in the video description below to support my channel. See you very soon and all the best from Frankfurt. Tschüss!